Going from one of the biggest party schools to being sober in your 20s can be really confusing. I went to a huge party school where we drank like 4 out of 7 of the days of the week. And most of the time it wasn't even just like drinking, like it was like full on going to the bars. I even took a wine tasting class. So then just going into adulthood, you kind of just keep it going because it's also just like what you feel like you should be doing to like have fun. But, like I reached a point where I was having like hangovers until like 4 p.m. I had a headache every single time and I would always have to just like wear sunglasses inside, like full Love Island mode. And honestly, I don't even really like the taste of alcohol. So I ended up cutting it off for just like all those reasons and other just like health reasons. And then that started to roll into weeks and then months. And I wasn't having any interest in going back to drinking. I know not everybody is like that, but of course I also still felt the pressure to be drinking like it was what I was just supposed to be doing. And something that took me a long time to figure out was like how uncomfortable I felt like in sort of like drinking environments. Like for example, when someone would just say like, "What's in your cup? What are you drinking?" And I would have to say like water, Sprite. I would just get so like uncomfortable, honestly. And it has nothing to do with them. Like that's such a normal question to ask. I just felt like I was in these situations where I was feeling embarrassed. So I just started making every excuse to leave the bar early, even though I'm a girl who like can easily stay up until 3 a.m. It can be really hard just to understand like the feeling of wanting to drink, but not letting yourself. And then you kind of start to understand that it's like, I don't want this. And you overcome the idea that people are going to think you're boring or that this is just what you're supposed to do because it's what you've been doing the last 5 so years. And also not to get tendy, but like it's also so important just to have like the right people in your life. Like one of my friends got me a non-alcoholic wine for my birthday. And that was just so sweet and thoughtful. Because it's not always like a thing that you talk about or like you decide one day I'm not gonna drink. All right, I've rambled enough about being sober in your 20s. Let me know if you want me to talk more about the changes I've seen, the benefits, and especially the skincare benefits.